Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about a fragrance which is absolutely a beloved fragrance of mine. I love it. I've reviewed it and I'm going to talk about the latest reincarnation of this fragrance. This is Eau Sauvage Parfum by Dior 2012. I've got a 5 ml decant, yes, of Eau Sauvage Parfum 2017. So I've been giving it a bit of testing, as you can see. And I want to tell you about this fragrance. Initially, I wanted to do a comparison video. Then I gave up on the idea. And I'll tell you why I gave up on the idea. But before I start, François Dimaschi is the parfumeur. Now, I've seen that François Dimaschi doesn't screw around with his own work. He was the parfumeur for this one. I've done a full review. You can check it out. And what he's done here is quite impressive. Okay, so let's start. When you first spray, at least me, when I first smelt it, I was a little bit taken aback, a little bit disappointed, and a whole lot surprised. So, this one, the 2012 version, is the image that I can draw in front of you is this. Okay, so when I sprayed 2017, the first image that came to my mind was this. You see what I mean? So it's a familiar scent, but it's gone over the edge. Yeah, it's weird and wacky. But then I sprayed it again, wore it again, and now I'm used to it. I kind of like it. The opening. I'm talking about the opening. So I'm not going to spray because the moment I smell the opening, my feelings about it go negative. Yeah. So when you spray this, it's very similar, but it misses out on a very critical component, that is myrrh. So they've completely removed myrrh, and myrrh was what made this fragrance deeply resinous, earthy, spicy, and the character of the fragrance was one with gravity and class. You know, old money kind of gravity. A lot of hard work has gone into making that person. That's the impression this fragrance gives when you first spray it. This one smells of synthetic lemon, or they've called it citron fruit, but I don't believe it because citron fruit has a very creamy texture. There's no creaminess in this fragrance when you first spray. It's very sharp lavender, again synthetic lavender, very sharp citron, along with vetiver, which is green and earthy. So it's got green elements, it's got sharpness about itself, and it projects a lot because it's got another chemical compound called hedione, which is common. Now hedione, I don't know how it smells, but I think it plays a very crucial part in both these fragrances, both of these two fragrances. It's just amazing, really alluring. This one, not so sure about the opening, but the magic happens when the fragrance dries down. It's amazing. The dry down of this fragrance brings the fragrance, just drags the fragrance out from that initial impression and creates an ultra suave, modern, absolutely beautiful fragrance. You know, just the dry down of this fragrance is absolute killer. Just beautiful, you know, it wears on your skin better than the previous version. It has this texture which is silky smooth. Yeah, no patchouli here. Little pinch of amber or ambroxan maybe, could be ambroxan, with this beautiful vetiver, elemi, which brings in that resinous, lemony characteristic, citron fruit, and superb lavender. And still doesn't smell like a barbershop fragrance. It's got a lot of oomph, a lot of vibrant character, very radiant, absolutely stunning, guys. What a transformation. From opening to the dry down, it's a knockout success. The opening was mediocre to me because I know how Eau Sauvage Parfums should smell like. So I was a bit taken aback, a bit shocked. But the dry down is just superb. It's better than the 2012's dry down. Love it. Extremely beautiful. Really, really stylish. Very, very suave. So, good points, bad points, pros and cons. Number one pro of this fragrance is its composition quality. They've done nothing wrong here. They've maintained the composition quality. If anything, they've brought the dry down up one level. Yeah, the dry down is superb, absolutely scintillating, brilliant composition quality. Number two, It retains the characteristics and nature of the original fragrance. The original fragrance was supposed to be a suit and tie fragrance, very elegant, smells expensive, performs beautifully. It just is one of those killer fragrances that you should have in your armory. It's just superb. So that nature of the fragrance hasn't been altered. Apart from the opening, which, it's a personal thingy. It could be just me. The third positive is the performance of the fragrance. The performance of the fragrance is, again, amazing. You'll get at least 14 hours of longevity, if not more. But the projection is like an eau de parfum. So you would get about 2 to 3 hours of projection maximum. Yeah. If you spray it on your shirt, you might get a bit more. But who cares, When you wear something this special, you want people to come and smell you rather than projecting it everywhere. I think number 4 is the added benefit. This fragrance has suddenly become an all-year signature scent. Yeah, because it's not that earthy, not that resinous, not that dark. Because the original one is a bit dark. It straddles the dark, sort of brooding or contemplative, because myrrh does that, right? That pathway. If this one doesn't, it strays away from it. It's very jovial, not very jovial, but it's quite bright and radiant. That makes this fragrance signature scent worthy. It's one of those fragrances that you can wear all year round, no matter which country you live in, whatever your climatic conditions. Downside, number 1 downside for me is the opening. The opening is not very pleasing to my nose. It's a bit weird. So I didn't expect it. Maybe I'll get used to it. That's number 1 downside. Number 2 downside, I can't think of any other downside, Maybe you could say that this is slightly mature. Maybe this is suitable for people in the age group between 30 and upwards. That can be a downside if you want. But I don't really think it's a downside. It's the nature of the fragrance. It's just the fragrance as such. It's very modern, but still masculine and still reserved. But wow, the dry down. Magical. So, seasons to wear, I covered that. Age group, I've covered that. Marks out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The opening was a 7. The dry down was a 10. But still, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a very, very fine fragrance that you should sample. If you haven't, definitely consider it, because this is a killer fragrance. Really, really good. So, Dior Sauvage Eau Parfum 2017. 9 out of 10. Hope you like the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.